I'm NADIA DUNN, your host of CCL TV's new More Than Packages podcast. But who are CCL? Well, CCL are an independent and neutral third-party logistics service provider and custom clearance specialist. From e-concept to e-logistics for e-commerce, CCL has the e-solution. In this episode, we'll be in conversation with Gerrie, who's the CEO and founder of ZigZag Global. And from our CCL team, we have the lovely Rudee Bertiee, who is, of course, the CEO here at CCL. Al, thank you so much for joining us. And Rudee, thanks for being here too. Now, Al, this is our first face-to-face video podcast we've done, so thank you so much for being here. It's really nice to actually see someone in person. So yeah, welcome.
Yeah, it's lovely to be here, and thanks for having me.
No worries.
Good to be back in person.
It really is, isn't it? So can you start by telling us a bit about your background and how ZigZag Global started?
Yeah, sure. So I was a retailer for about 20 years before I started ZigZag, and I'd worked in large high street businesses like Office Shoes and Mountain Warehouse and seen the problem around returns firsthand. And many a time I've stood in a warehouse and been surrounded by returns that have gone all around the world and come all the way back again. And I thought there had to be a better way of dealing with returns, and it didn't always make sense to bring every return back. And I thought there were ways that we could deal with those returns more intelligently by routing them intelligently, or even leaving them in country and not returning them. So that's how ZigZag started, and we're now working with some of the largest retailers in the world.
Yeah, I saw some of those big names actually, like Zara, Boohoo, Selfridges, Amazon, some really big names you've got there. So how did the company start to get those big customers?
Well, I think it always takes one brave retailer to try it, and in our case that was Arcadia, Topshop, and we really brought something new to market that they hadn't seen before. So we built a returns portal that could help consumers to return through their website. So rather than using a label in a box, we were able to give them data around who, what, where, when and why products are coming back. And that data insight is really what a retailer needs to help manage their returns.
And how has COVID affected your business in the last year?
It's been a phenomenal year for us actually, and quite a challenging one. We've onboarded about 35 new staff, so we've really grown the team, but we've actually seen a real shift and change in consumer behaviour. Lots of changing rooms are shut, and so consumers have to buy online. You've got older buyers buying for the first time online, and Brexit thrown in the mix as well. It doesn't make things easy, but it's been a great year for us.
Absolutely. Well, touching on Brexit actually, Rudee, I know you had a couple of questions you wanted to ask around that.
Yeah, Al, first and foremost, great to have you on. Like personally, I've been a big fan. I've been not stalking you, but I've been seeing you on the circuit over the last few years, and I like your story, like how you started out and where you actually are now. So yeah, so like I said, like a great fan. But yeah, getting back to Brexit, Brexit or the European 28 domestic handlers or domestic retail. With Brexit now Euro 27 international retail. How has that actually affected your business? Is the first part of the question. The second part of the question is, with that in mind, knowing that you've handled like international returns before, does this now open up the opportunity for greater involvement within duty drawback?
Yeah, I mean, Brexit has been a real challenge for both retailers and even consumers. The old label in the box doesn't work so well when you're trying to fill out customs declarations, and asking a consumer to fill out a customs declaration is never going to be smooth. So the software that we've got in place does that for the consumer. We're also able to help bring back goods more efficiently and route them through consolidation and save retailers money on that. And then around bringing goods back, the challenge particularly is around the data, so making sure that retailers have got good data that's customs compliant with all the HS codes, as you know. But duty drawback is a big part of that, as we see some changes coming around IOSS, for example, and more demand for cross-border trade. Then it's natural that duty drawback will follow.
Okay, interesting. So it's all about watch your space.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, great.
And did you, Rudee, was there anything else from you guys, you wanted to ask Al?
No, that's the main part of, because obviously, where involved in customs brokerage, border clearance, and the impacts of the of Brexit. It's definitely impacted the business, the way the business flows, the template of the business. So all of a sudden we have another 27 countries to deal with. So that's my interest in all that. So in regards to inbound and outbound, you always have outbounds, and the outbound or the inbound can be considered as returns. So that's the intrigue of my question.
Great. And now, Al, from a sustainability perspective, how are ZigZag helping customers reduce waste and carbon footprints on e-commerce returns?
So about 68% of our customers are now using paperless returns, and we've been able to help both carriers and consumers shift away from using label in the box. That gives the consumer a lot more control from mobile shoppers, for example, and the demand is around convenience and speed of refund and speed of return. So it's not just about carbon footprint, it's also about landfill, and we're helping cut landfill and cut air miles that products need to travel. Yes,
I saw that your localised warehouses are cutting parcel journeys by up to 65%, which is another great thing that you're offering.
Yeah, and I think it's really important to have a local hero in each country, so giving that customer a choice of pick up, drop off, parcel shop or collection from home. And I think lockers are starting to make their way into the infrastructure as well now.
Yeah, and ZigZag claimed to decrease the cost of returns by 50% and cut waste and carbon emissions by 65%. Can you see that figure getting bigger over the next few years?
So I think there's only so far we can go on reducing the costs, but certainly the more and more sustainable solutions we're bringing on, the better we are for the environment. So we're helping more and more customers go paperless. We're also helping more and more retailers choose a greener journey by using electric vehicles and by using carbon neutral drop-off points as well.
And you've won the Sustainability Innovation Award for the last 6 years, with the most recent being in March just gone, the SILT Awards. So congratulations to that. That's obviously something that those bigger clients are being drawn to you for.
Yeah, we've had a lot of success on various awards in logistics and innovation, and we pride ourselves in the technology that we deliver. It's always pretty cutting edge, and we're trying to bring something new to market that people aren't doing.
Right. And have you got any other awards then on the agenda that you're aiming for?
I can't tell you everything, but we're certainly up for another award right now that will be announced in the next couple of weeks.
Oh, excellent. Are you sure you can't tell us anything about that?
Not yet. It's under NDA.
Okay. Okay. And can you tell us about your business model for ZigZag and how you can white label your solution?
Yeah, so we have a returns portal that plugs into the website, and the majority of our retailers are using our portal, but some of them just want to use an API, so we can work both ways. Usually we charge a subscription fee for the platform and a transaction fee for every return, but increasingly we're being asked for annual license fees for retailers that are growing fast. And then we've also got a number of carrier clients like DHL and Maersk, for example, that are using our technology and selling it to their clients as well.
Right. And congratulations as well, not only awards, but on the new acquisition of ZigZag. Can you tell us more about the ambition and growth of your plan with Global Blue?
Yeah, so it's pretty recent, in the last few weeks, that we were acquired by Global Blue, and Global Blue is the largest payments provider for tax-free refunds, and they're also a very well-established in-store technology for luxury retailers. So we can see a lot of synergy between what they have and what we want. We are increasingly growing towards the luxury market as well, and they're in over 50 countries with 2,000 employees, so they'll definitely help us grow.
Excellent. Well, congratulations again on that. Now, Al, finally, before you leave, can you tell us, if you were stranded on a desert island, what would be your album or book of choice to take with you?
So I think Elon Musk's biography is one of the things that I've just enjoyed reading recently, and I've just bought a Tesla, so I'll probably have to bring the Tesla with me as well.
They need a big plane for that one.
Exactly.
Rudee, now knowing you, I know you like biographies. Have you read Elon Musk's biography?
I have not, but it sounds like a good read. Especially if there's a sales technique in there to make you buy one of the vehicles, then of course.
It worked on me.
Yeah, exactly. It's already worked.
Yeah.
Rudee,
Yeah.
what music are you taking with you, Rudee?
As you know, I'm a Marley fan, Bob Marley fan. So anything to do with Marley, I'll be taking with me. Redemption Song is my favorite song of all time. And book read, like you said, I like biographies. The best book I think I've actually read is Long Walk to Freedom, Nelson Mandela. But now I like reading like any type of sports personality biographies. And what I find is especially if it's a personality or sportsman, woman from a certain decade, they've always kind of sort of like met another sports personality, another athlete or another footballer or whatever. And so it kind of guides me into reading about that person as well.
Yeah, exactly. And their feelings on that person. And it's also interesting to hear about their heroes. And I guess sometimes it pushes you to go and read those.
Exactly. Well, and plus, if I'm stuck on an island somewhere, I've got a lot of reading to do. A lot of catching up to do as well.
You've got a lot of books to take with you. Well, thank you both for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again next time, in person again, hopefully. And remember that CCL are much more than packages.
Thanks, Nadia. Thanks, Rudee.
Hey, no problem, Al. Good to see you.